What's going on YouTube? Nathan back with another video presentation. Hope everyone's off to a great week. Before we get into the video, there's a few things that need to be said up front. I have produced my reaction to Nina Thomas filing for divorce against her husband Earl Thomas, NFL player. That premiered today. In that video, I also said that there were going to be 2 videos that were going to be produced this weekend. I have decided to produce those videos now. So be on the lookout for these 2 videos. If not tonight, by tomorrow night, Friday morning tops. That second video, Meek Mill, is on my radar. Meek Mill, ooh. Listen, I'm gonna tell you on about that video. It's dumb because there's some things that need to be said, and I'm giving y'all a warning. Listen. Y'all can't take this heat. Just get out the kitchen. So, I'm going to record that video as soon as I'm finished with this video. You know, we all know who Lavar Ball is. Lavar does not back down from anything. You know, from his comments of, you know, Michael Jordan to the Lakers. You know, just him putting himself out there and letting people know who he is. But in this case, as you see the title of this video, for once, I agree with what Lavar Ball is saying. Now, y'all are about to say, well, what are you talking about, Nathan? I want to leave a clip of, he was on Bro Bible. And in the clip, I really couldn't, it seemed like the question, I guess, was geared towards his son's dating while in the NBA. I'm going to leave that in the description for y'all to see. And what he said was honestly some real stuff. I mean, he's basically getting at the modern female, the modern woman today. He's saying, listen, and it's not, and I feel like that is not just directed at his 3 sons. That's directed to any athlete coming into the NBA, NFL, baseball, don't matter. But not just athletes, but really men, period. He's saying, hey, listen, y'all are young. Make this money. You're in the NBA. Lamelo just got drafted tonight. Listen, focus on your career. Then you want, you know, if you think, then later down the road you want to think about selling down, go ahead, do your thing. But right now, no. Because let me say this what he was saying is real, and this can't be denied, and this cannot be denied. This is a fact. Today's modern woman they don't care about the quality. They care about the quantity. When they look at guys like Lonzo, when they look at a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, when they look at a guy like Bradley Beal, Paul George, etc. They only care about one thing: money. And for them to get clout and get fame. That's what some of these women, that's all they care about. That is a fact. Don't believe me? Do your research. Go look at Future's recent baby mother, who's an Instagram model, who knew good and damn well of his past, of how many kids and how many women he's dealt with. I even did a video on it. Listen, what he said was not wrong. And if y'all remember, there's a baseball player. Name was Derek Jeter. Now with the Florida Marlins. For most of his career, Derek Jeter was a bachelor. Derek Jeter focused on one thing. And what was that? Baseball. Towards the end of his prime, he focused on settling down and starting a family. That's what really most of us should be doing. When you look at today's modern today's modern woman, it's not about your best interest at heart. They don't have your best interest at heart. They don't. I'm sorry to tell you that. When you look at Lavar's comments, some people are saying that's directed at Lonzo, because look at that situation. Go look at her Instagram. Utter thottery. She got what she wanted. Now I know someone's going to say, "Wow, yeah, but what's the big deal? I mean, it's their life. They can do whatever they want." Yeah, that's their life. They can do whatever they want. But focusing on your career, then settling down. But not just with athletes. That's with anybody. Focus on school. Hey, focus on school, get a job, then think about settling down. You know, having a relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, hold on. For example, Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero had plays for the Miami Heat. Balled, in my opinion, during the NBA Finals. I don't know her name, but I know she dated Kyle Kuzma. That's a distraction for him. If I'm Tyler, I'm letting her know, hey, listen, you're good looking, but I'm focused on balling right now. She don't really care about Tyler. Well, it's all about clout. It's all about clout and attention. She's going to get what she wants out of Tyler. It's going to come into fruition. Mark my words. Paul George. Look at the examples. Look at the examples of the women that these guys deal with. They get what they want and they move on. Now, when these guys go the route of, these guys go down the route of selling down, then that's when you get to, he did pose a question that really stood out. Let's say you're 30. Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. Let's say you're 30 and she turns 30. And she's still single. Why? Because nobody wants to deal with her. That same, again, I said it in multiple videos that I've made. These Instagram models that he's really referring to, I posed a question. What value do they bring to the table? Because when you get, when they're used up, or people or men see them for what they are and don't want to deal with them, and only deal with them on at a certain how can I say it, at their own discretion. He's saying, is that same woman gonna still be with you when you turn 30? Or is she gonna still like you? That's what he's saying. He's saying, listen, y'all young, enjoy life, travel. These guys, particularly, and Lonzo knows this, and LeAngelo's going to know this, Lamelo's going to know this too. Learn this. When you travel to different cities, there are going to be women that are going to be attracting your attention. That's going to happen. And it's not just, and a lot of young guys have fallen into that trap. Because they know he got this money, and I'm going to get as much as I can off of. Look at Kevin Garnett. Look it up yourself. He's only looking out for the best interest for his sons. Because he's saying, look, man, I don't want y'all to be in a position like Lonzo. Lonzo is 23, has a daughter. And that situation was messy from the jump. LiAngelo. Now, I think LaMelo's just like Lavar, but he's giving him subtle advice. But that's not just for them. It's for really all men. That's what masculinity looks like. Now, we know how the media is. We know that the media is going to find a way to go, oh my gosh, he's telling his sons what to do in the NBA. I mean, if you notice, all the questions they ask him, well, your father seems to speak for you all the time. You know, are you okay? Listen, just like what any father would do, he's looking out for his sons. I'm telling you, that's some of the greatest advice you can give a person. And I'm like I said, this group chat that I'm in, and these fellas know who they are. You know, they always get on me. They always give me this relationship dating advice. You know, dealing with women and how to deal with them. That's why when I told you when I took this red pill, I'm looking at things from a whole different perspective. And that's what that's how Lavar's looking at it from. And that's how he met his wife in college. Focused on sports, got his degree, married her. You got your whole life to think about getting a woman. But right now, play sports. Hey, get your degree. Get in your career field. Make that money. Then focus about settling down. Don't fall into this trap with some of these modern women. Because it's a hole it's a hole that you are going to have a hard time getting yourself out of. And trust me, when you do find yourself in that hole, you're going to find a lot more baggage. Anywho, Like I said, I'm gonna leave that in the description for you. I'm not gonna hold you along with this video because I'm gonna record this Meek Mill video. But I just wanted to get that out. I think what Lavar said was the absolute truth. And not just LeAngelo, but all of us. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna say particularly black men need to really adhere that. With that being said, I'm out. Peace. Stay up.